So I'll keep it talking. I'll keep talking. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome. It's 5 o'clock. Got Megan on in a mo. She'll be back on in a minute. We're just having problems. She's been having problems with the computer. So anyway, to tell you that we've got a lot on coming on tomorrow. Gosh, we've got a lot. We have got 12 o'clock. We got Jan. Then we're going on to around about another time. Got somebody else. So we've got around about 5 people on tomorrow. 5. So we're going to be busy bees tomorrow. With 5 people on tomorrow. So watch out for that, folks. 5 people. Okay, I hope everything's okay and I hope you're watching this. Sorry if you can't watch it on Facebook at the moment. We've been having problems with Facebook. So, but we've got you on YouTube, but I will get it out for you later on. Okay, so I hope you're okay. I hope you're well and you're doing okay. And yeah, so there you go.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm late.
I'll let you off.
Oh, I literally turned my laptop on at 10 to, and my internet just completely cut out. So I was running around the house trying to sort
I know you've been out enjoying the sun. I know.
I haven't. The sun's been in and out all day, so hence I'm still white as always.
White as always. I caught the sun the other day. So
I know. I can tell on your face.
Are you trying to be horrible to me?
No, I'm saying that you've got a tanned face. Never horrible, Steve. Never horrible.
I'm only joking. Right. Okay, folks. Don't forget. Facebook is playing up at the moment on StreamYard, so we're doing this on YouTube, but it will go on Facebook soon after when we finish. Okay. Toxic relationships. I did ask Megan the other day. I said, what can we talk about? And she said, we can either talk about smoking or toxic relationships. And I said, let's go for toxic relationships.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what I'm going to say about toxic relationships. Gosh, I don't know if some of you know my story. Well, you should know by now. I've been in the media quite a bit. Well, I've been married 6 times. 6 times. 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 6. And and there were some relationships that I went into, and they were very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who said that song again? Toxic. Gotta be toxic. Who?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, so I kind of like went into some relationships, and they were really, really, bad. Now, tell everybody for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just come out of a relationship.
Yes.
And that must have been toxic.
Yes, I've had a couple, to be honest. I've only been in 2 long-term relationships, and both of them were very toxic. I've not actually been in a normal relationship yet. So as I said in the past, I came out of a relationship about 2 months ago. Didn't really see it being toxic, obviously, when you're in it. And then when you're out of it and you take a step back and you look at it, that's when you realize, you know, this shouldn't have been said, or he shouldn't have acted that way. And I think for a lot of people, you know, you don't realize it is toxic until you leave it. And it's such a hard thing to do, to leave it. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously my first relationship, as you and a lot of people who watch you know, I am only 22, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, I'm so wise, I've got all this knowledge. I'm not, right? And I'm still not wise. Like, my mom says to me all the time, she's like, I've forgot more than you'll ever know because of how wise she is. You know, that's just the older generation for you.
Oh, what you said about us? What are you saying about us oldies?
Well, you're all very wise. Obviously, the only thing that I would say is through the generations, obviously relationships are changing, right? Which is really, it's kind of unfortunate, because I prefer like hearing the stories about like how my mum used to date, and how, you know, you bump into someone and you wouldn't have mobile phones and you wouldn't have all that. And it was the excitement of, oh, will I see them again? Or, you know, whereas nowadays it is very all social media driven, which is, I do think that has an aspect, I do believe that's got something to do with relationships being so toxic nowadays. So yeah, so my first relationship was when I was 18, because, you know, I worked very hard in school and didn't need a boy to distract me to do my school and college. So my first relationship was 18. Like a lot of young people, my first boyfriend was off Tinder. Should have seen that being a red flag, to be honest, but I didn't. So yes, Tinder. I know.
You met him on Tinder?
Yeah, I did. I'm not proud of it. I'm really not proud of it, which is why I say I should have known it was going to be a red flag. So basically, as all young love starts, you fall head over heels and you do absolutely everything because it's puppy love. And, you know, I don't know if I can say this, but I did lose the V card to him as well. I'll just put it that way. I won't say the full thing, but yeah. So basically, I made him wait. Girls, make him wait for a little bit first. But yeah, so yeah, we were together for a couple of months before that happened. And then, because I had just turned 18, like a couple of months before meeting him, I had planned like a girls' holiday. So at this point, again, not a great first relationship. It was an hour distance apart. We had to get the train to be able to see each other. You know, it was a very, very tricky situation. So obviously, imagine like an hour, that's quite hard. Imagine me being in Turkey and him being at home, even harder, right? So I'm enjoying myself on this holiday with one of my friends, and, you know, like I'm speaking to obviously him, and all of a sudden one night, 3 a.m. in Turkey, which must have been 1 a.m. at home, I get a message off some random girl I've never met, never heard of, never seen, nothing, saying, just wondering, are you so-and-so's girlfriend? And I says, yeah. I was like, why? Why'd you ask? And she was like, well, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but your boyfriend's been cheating on you. Right? So at this point, I didn't know whether to scream, to cry, or to kill him, to be honest. So I call him up, clearly, and I'm like, you know, I've just received messages from this girl telling me that you're cheating on me. You know, she's got screenshots to prove it. And do you know what? I take my hat off to him, right? He is a very, very manipulative liar, to the fact that he burst into tears and said that he would never do anything like that. And me being gullible at 18 and, you know, in love, I believed it. I lost friends over it. You know, my friend, obviously, that was on holiday with, was wondering why I was a mess and why I was crying at 3 a.m. And I explained it to her, and she's like, right, you need to get those screenshots. You need to see what's been sent. And I says, but he said he hasn't done it. So if I get the screenshots, that's all that's going to play in my head. I was like, so I'll just leave it. So time goes on, obviously, and as anybody would, you know, that was playing in my head for a very, very long time. Like, not proud of it, guys, not proud of it, but I was checking his phone and all the time to make sure that he wasn't messaging people, and there was just no trust. So again, we broke up, we got back together. This breakup, getting back together, we did about 4, 5, 6 times, right? Which obviously, again, in itself is very toxic. And then I think that was the April me and my family moved to Scotland in the October. And again, very stupid on my part, I begged my parents to let him move to Scotland with us, right? Because I didn't like the thought of us being 6 hours apart because I didn't trust him, right? So he moved up, and I sat him down once after. This is a year now, a year since this happened, that I'm still sat there going, I don't trust you. I need time. So I ended up sending him back from Scotland to Manchester after a year. And I said, listen, I just need a break. I need to get my head straight because it's not fair on you and it's definitely not fair on me. I'm checking your phone every single minute of every day. I'm logging into his Facebook when he's at work. You know, it was getting really, really bad. So I sent him home. And after 2 weeks, I was like, right, listen, come back. We really need to talk about this. So sat him down and I was like, listen, it's been a year. It's not going out my head. I need to know the truth. Well, Steve turns around to me and goes, well, I do know her because I went to school with her brother and I was messaging her twice a week for 3 months behind my back. He was deleting all the messages. And I obviously eventually got the screenshots off the girl where he's sending sexual things as well as normal things. And, oh, I'm with my girlfriend at a weekend. Please don't message me. I'll meet up with you when I get home and all this. But the funny thing is he admits to texting her twice a week for 3 months. But the messages that she sent me, he never sent. And I just completely broke down because I was like, I've been asking you this for a year. I let you move in. Like, I didn't even tell my parents about this at this point, right? I told absolutely no one.
What did you ask for the screenshot? To see the screenshots?
So I did eventually get them. Because I needed to see the kind of things it just kept playing on my mind, to be honest. And I was like, do you know what? I need to see what she's saying that's been sent. And it was a real big move. But at the time, it was very, very complicated. Like, he had a best friend that was a girl. And since I came into his life, I was like, listen, it's fine having a best friend that's a girl. But you do need to realize that when it comes to picking between your best friend or your girlfriend, you need to split your time. It's just not all her. And she didn't like it. So he had told me that she had hacked into his Facebook and she was sending all these messages and things.
Yeah.
So exactly. And I literally went full FBI, Steve, right? He was like, oh, I deleted all the messages. So I'm on Google going, how can you restore deleted messages from Facebook? I've got like all my girl mates like looking into different things. I'm going through all the archived messages from years and years and years and years ago on his Facebook. These messages were nowhere to be seen, right? And that's what kind of made me think, do you know what? He's got messages here from 7 years ago. How is it, like, if he had messaged her, they would have been there. And that's where I was like, oh, do you know what? He might be telling the truth. But after he came back and said that to me, I was like, you've literally lied to me for a full year. When I asked you to move with me to Scotland, as I say, I didn't even tell my parents because I didn't want my parents to dislike him if it wasn't true. But yeah, it was a very, very, very hard time.
He came to Scotland and did he live with you then, did he?
He lived with me and my family, yeah.
Right, okay.
So he basically lived with us for a while until I found that out. And I says, listen, I was like, I'm not going to say anything to my parents. I was like, but you need to find your own place. I was like, because I can't sleep in the same bed with you, knowing that you've lied to me for so long. So he got his own flat, and then I'm not very proud of this, right? I obviously stayed in a relationship because I didn't want to be on my own. I had just moved to Scotland. I had no friends. I had no one. And then I started working at Sky, and I kept getting all this male attention because I was from England. I sounded like a Scouser. I had blonde hair. I was getting all this attention. And you know what? I sat back and I was like, do you know what? I don't need this relationship anymore. I can do it on my own. So I broke it off with him. Again, had a rebound, not something I'm very proud of, was a mistake, but I learned from it. But of course, that led me to have severe trust issues. And then obviously the second relationship was the one that I just came out of, where it was a complete reverse. So like my first partner was all lovey-dovey, worship the floor that I walked on, like it would make me feel really pretty all the time, whereas this one that I've just like ended stuff with wouldn't do any of that. He's like, we're equals, I'm not going to worship you, you're not a trophy, which I again kind of liked, because I was like, do you know what, he's not going to just kiss my all the time. But yeah, that started to take a turn because I had family issues. I'll be completely honest with you, I always am. Basically, I met my second partner through my stepdad. My stepdad and him worked together. As we started to progress, things at work between them two started to deteriorate. I would get home from work and they would moan to me about him, and then it would cause me to then call him and have a row at him and ask him what's going on. And it just got very, very toxic all over, really, between the relationship and my family relationship, to the point that I got kicked out 6 months into the relationship, right? So then I had to move in with his family 6 months into a relationship, which again, some people can deal with that and some people can't. To be fair, the first couple of months was great. As you know, you're getting used to, you see your other half every day. You get so excited to see them. And then the truth hits and it's like, do you know what? We weren't dating anymore. We had got past the dating stage. Like, we saw each other all the time. We were arguing all the time, and I didn't really trust him. Again, that's my own issues though. Like, he wasn't one to cheat. Like, he had already said to me, listen, if I have any thoughts of cheating on you, then I would just end it, because there's no point in hurting somebody to do that. So I think it was kind of completely different, but the issues were still there. And even now I have severe trust issues. And with this recent relationship, it was, how do I put it? Obviously toxic is the word, but it was more, it completely drained who I was, if I'm honest. He would pick apart everything about me. Or, this doesn't look nice, that doesn't look nice, oh, you're going out in that, you look like a slag. Things like that. And it really does beat a girl down. I put on, like, I'm not saying I put on heaps of weight, but I put on like 3 stone because I was comfort eating, because I felt so horrible about myself that I would eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And it got to the point where he was like, oh, you're going to start doing some squats. And I was like, what? And he's like, your bum looks awful. Are you going to hit the gym because you put on loads of weight? And it was just stuff like that. And obviously in a relationship, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from. I have put on a bit of weight. Maybe I do need to go to the gym. And it was just things like that. And at
the end of the day, it's up to you what you look like and what you are. No one can change you.
Yeah, and it's just,
different. We're all different. Yeah, okay. People moan about their weight or other issues, but you cannot kind of, like, if a man tells you to, or a woman, vice versa. If they're telling you do not look like nice, or you look fat and everything, or you look, you haven't eaten for years and different like that, they cannot judge you for that. They are no way inclined to do that.
Yeah. And I think, just saying that, like, at the time, I did have people saying, Meg, that was not right. Like, he shouldn't be speaking to you like that. And I'm like, oh, he's just trying to help, And it really does get like that when you're in it, when you're in love with somebody.
You're trying to kind of, like, control you, probably.
Like, one of go on, sorry. No, you're okay,
go on.
I was just gonna say that one of the friends, when I had told her all this, I went to high school with her, and her partner, I'm quite close to as well, to them both, and he says, have you ever thought that maybe he's putting you down because he knows that you can get better, and he doesn't want you to? And I'm sat there and I'm like, this is starting to make a lot of sense. But yeah, it was really bad. Like, I to be fair, I'm one of those people that I love affection. Don't know about you and the missus, but I love affection, right? And that was one of our biggest things that we argued about. He would say to me, I'm not going to give you affection if you're being a I can't swear, but you know what I mean. If you're gonna be awful, then I'm not gonna give you affection. And I'm like, but I'm being this way because you're not giving me affection. You're not showing me that you love me. Do you know what I mean? And it would just be argument after argument after argument, and then it would give me affection for a week, but then if I had one hiccup, I would get silent treatment for 3 or 4 days. And it was a really
the trouble is, so us men, we are a pain in the ass. All right, because what we are, there's several things are wrong with us. One is we're very jealous, right? And no man or no one can tell you that we are not jealous, because we are. All right, my wife can only go up the shop, right? She'll tell you, she goes up the shop, and I says, "Oh, you took a little bit longer. Who was she talking to?" But she just laughs at me now. But before, it was an issue. Now, she will be the first one also to tell you that I do have a jealousy problem, only because I've been hurt in the past.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Oh, of course,
But what I'm trying to say is, no person can control you. You're still young. You're 22.
Yeah.
Right? Someone's bound to come along, sweep you off your feet, right, and say, Megan, look, here I am, because you it doesn't matter. All these people, these couple of boyfriends you've had, just look at it and go, oh well, that's just a learning curve. Now I've learnt my lesson. I've got to move forward.
Yeah. And I think that was a really big lesson, to be fair. Like when it kind of got this way, and then he started working up north in Scotland, like pretty much 2 hours away, like we wouldn't speak. And do you know what? There was a lot of things that he said to me which were awful. Like the first thing he said to me, right? He knows I have trust issues, by the way. Like he actually said to me at one point, I'm not going to give you reassurance, because if you don't trust me, you shouldn't be here. Right, fair enough, okay. But see, when he started working up north, the first thing that he said to me was, oh, at least I can download Tinder now. Right? And see, after the first week of working up there, he goes, oh, you should see these uni girls that are up there. Oh my God, they are stunning. And obviously, for a girl or a guy, I'm supposing, like if your partner said that to you, the first thing you would be like is, okay, that's not very nice.
Look, when a man does that to you, right? My wife will tell you again, right? She's had it all from me, all right? I used to do that. I used to say to her, she used to say, I used to kind of like go different places, and she used to say, who did you meet? Who was you with? Right? And she said, but the trouble is, what you've got to realize is that people, men, especially men, they are so kind of, what can I say? When they meet somebody, when they meet a woman or whatever, or vice versa, a man or whatever it is, the trouble is, they are so in love with that person that they will go out of every way they can to say, oh, guess what? It's lovely women up here, fantastic. Now, if I say that to my wife now, if I come on here now and say, oh, I'm on Facebook with speak to this beautiful brunette, you know what she would say to me?
I'm hoping she'd slap you across the head.
No, you know what she would say to me?
Go on.
She'd say, get on with it then.
Yeah. I
Because,
think.
but
you guys are married and you've known each other for so long. Do you know what I mean? It's different when you're like, yes, I was still in a relationship.
It's not different at all, right? The trouble is, my wife now knows me in and out. We've been to school together. We've done everything together. But we're always learning from each other. She would tell you I'm a pain in the ass. Right? Honestly, she would tell you that. Right? She would come on here now and she'd tell you that I'm a pain in the ass. But there's one thing you can't do. when men say to you, um, oh, guess what? Up here is loads of women. What they're trying to do is that one, they're trying to get you to be jealous.
Mhm.
Two, they're trying to kind of like see how far you can go with that jealousy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, but the problem is I turn into an utter psycho.
Yes, I bet you do. And I'll tell you what you do. I'll tell you what you do, right? I'll tell you what you do. I bet you, as soon as he says that, you're worrying, right?
Mhm.
And I bet you're going onto his Facebook, scrolling down on his Facebook and every post he got, right?
Mhm.
Are you?
No, I kind of. Well, to be fair, I didn't actually check his phone, right? I didn't check his phone, but there has been times like this is one thing I know I'm kind of reeling off, but this is one thing that really annoys me about men, women, anything, right? Is there's always this thing of, oh, girls are psychos, right? We're not, but if you push us so far, we will become psychos, right? Because I have literally near enough passed out with rage with that boy,
Yeah.
and it's because he kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I had said to him, please stop because I will lose the plot. And he kept going and going and going, and I just went flip, and I just completely saw red. I wanted to kill him.
Yeah, I know. I know. I think the trouble is, so see, I've got a daughter your age,
Hmm.
right? Honestly, I've got a daughter. And I remember she got contacted me about a couple of years ago, said about her boyfriend,
Hmm.
saying, "Oh, you know, I've got a baby coming, and he's left me, and all this lot." And I'm thinking, and I'm saying, "Okay, okay, okay, just get on with it,"
Yeah.
because I had to say that to be harsh to her
Hmm.
because it's life. That's what.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Sometimes
not
you got to
saying
be
this
cruel
one.
to be kind.
Yeah, and the trouble is, your age now. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but it's like you at 22 has got your life to go through,
Yeah.
right? And these
Hmm.
two blokes, these two clowns you met,
Uh-huh.
right? I can call them clowns because they are, right? Well, I can
Yeah.
mention something else, but I won't. But they, you have learned a lesson, so now you can go right. I've been there. Now the trouble is, it's just going up. It's just if I go into another relationship, it's just going
Hmm.
to happen to me again.
Yeah.
Am I going to be a? But the trouble with you is, the trouble with you, I'll tell you what your problem is. You are like this. Oh well, if he says that he's with other women, oh, I'm on Facebook, scroll on Facebook. Oh, I'll contact one of his friends and see what he's doing.
To be fair, I don't actually do that. I did that with the first one, but that was because of obviously cheating accusations. Like I didn't do that with my last ex. No.
Yeah, yeah. How far do you actually go?
With the
You
last
said,
ex, yeah, with the last ex, I didn't really do any of that. See, the first one, I went full FBI, like full. Like I was looking through his friends list, and then his friends list, and then I was asking
oh,
his
there you
friends, and
go. There you go. I said that friends list. You go on Facebook, you scroll through Facebook, and you're thinking, right, let me have a friend. Oh, she's contacted. Oh yeah, yeah, fine. And that's what
Mhm.
you do, and that's what people do. See?
But that's how social media is an issue, right? I'll give you another scenario, right? Obviously, a lot of girls, right, my age have a lot of social media, right? So this is how bad it is, right? Don't know if you've ever used Snapchat. Your daughter might use it, but anyway, Snapchat, right? You have a
No, I don't
Snapchat.
use Snapchat.
Right. Okay. Well, anyone who watches this who uses Snapchat will probably know what I mean. So basically, you have a Snapchat score next to your name, right? So
Do
every
you?
time you open a Snapchat and send a Snapchat, your score will go up, right?
Why?
Just because that's how it works. And
What's the point of that?
I do not know. I do not know. But this also will cause a lot of issues, right, in this day and age. Because, for example, like I've been on a couple of dates since I've been single, and I speak to people quite a lot. and see if that one or two specific people that I'm talking to do not message me in the day, but their Snapchat score goes up. Game over. I completely lose it, because it means then that they are Snapchatting somebody else and are active on Snapchat, but are just deciding not to talk to you, right? And this is where social media really does impact relationships a hell of a lot. And that's what I tried to
Social
explain to my
media's
mum.
got a lot to answer for.
Yes, definitely. And
Yes.
don't get me wrong, yes, boys, girls, we're still bad for cheating on each other and doing stuff like that. However, if it wasn't so easy to do through social media, then we really, like, obviously, my mum said to me in the past that she's had partners when she was my age that cheated on her. She was like, but you wouldn't really find out unless you caught them doing it.
Yeah, but
Right.
what you've got to realise is, right? I'm not trying to be funny with you, but
Uh-huh.
girls like you, young girls like you, my wife's not going to like this, what I'm going to say, but young girls like you these days, you know, the way you dress, the way you wear clothes, you know, you're bound to kind of like draw attention, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say because I don't want to lose. Right. Basically, yes. Right. So basically, I'm wearing a dress now, right? And I'm going to be going out after this just for a drive, just to clear my head. But there is a fine line between what we wear and what attention we get. Right. So just because I'm going out with a dress, right, it shows off my tattoos, which is kind of high, right? But I always wear shorts underneath because I'm one of those girls. But anyway, just because I go out wearing a dress or wearing shorts or wearing a belly top or anything like that doesn't allow men to give you certain attention. Like every now and again, like a smile or hi, how are you? Or you're looking pretty, fine. Taking it further than that, don't agree with.
But why wear it then?
Because that's the whole point of being an individual. We should be able to.
It's not. Again, my wife will tell you this. If my daughter was wearing tops like that or skirts like that, right? She won't be wearing it. I can guarantee you it. Yeah, she doesn't listen to me anyway no more.
Yeah, but I think, see, this is a topic that I am that I am very passionate about, Steve. So please be
I don't care what
careful.
you're passionate about, but don't you, if you wear a short, if you're 22, right? You're
Yeah.
22. There's a lot of, I'm not trying to be funny, but excuse my French, but there's a lot of people out there, perverts, pedophiles.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
There, right? So you're 22 and you go out there, right? Now, you will, if you start wearing clothes that are not kind of right, I'm not telling you what to wear.
Yeah, no, I know.
Surely you're drawing attention to.
But we shouldn't have to live like that. I get what you're saying, right? But as a female,
What?
we should be able to express our own individuality without having to worry about the perverts and the pedophiles giving us attention. Because thank you. Thank you.
No, but she's 22. Yeah? No, she's 20. I have an argument here. So she's 22, right? Yeah. She's 22. She's a young girl. Now, if my daughter was, I know she won't, but she did do when she was younger.
Yeah.
But if she was my daughter, right? She won't be going out dressed like whatever.
You stumped yourself now.
No, but the trouble is, surely, come on, surely. You know, I remember at school, right? The girls used to wear either trousers or short or skirts down. You ask your mum.
Yeah, no, I remember I've had this discussion with my mum. She used to wear a pencil skirt that was below the knee. I get that. And at school age, I get that. But being 18 and over, we
what
should
I mentioned the school age for, right?
Yep.
What I mentioned the school age for, is not school age, but what I mentioned about the dress form is if you are wearing appropriate clothing, surely you are attracting
The right kind of people. Is that what you mean then?
not the right kind of people, no, the wrong kind of people.
Right. So, but again, it comes back to this, right? I could literally sit here and have this debate all night, right? I have worn clothes, right, that yes would draw attention, right? And I get that. However, what I don't agree with is that girls should change their own style or not wear what they want to wear because of other people. So I think, us nowadays and in our generation, right, a lot of people will wear things to express who they are, right? And I don't think anybody has the right to say you can't wear that because if you wear that then you're going to get the wrong type of attention. Like this is one thing that really sticks with me, right? See, if a girl unfortunately gets raped, right, the first thing that everybody goes to is what is she wearing? Just because she was wearing a short skirt or a short dress or her boobs were out or her ass was out doesn't give guys permission to do that.
No,
It
totally
doesn't.
right, totally right.
So I think
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you with that. But what I'm trying to say, because you're still young, at 22,
yeah.
do you? Hang on for a second, I'm getting lots of replies here. Steve, go on. Who is this young lady? She's giving you L, Steve. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll talk to you a bit later on. But the trouble is,
I'm not giving him hell on purpose.
I'm telling you now, the trouble is, if you're going to go out there in a minute and you wear a short skirt or short whatever you wear, right? And also, look, I've been to some places, right, where I've seen all sorts of things,
Yeah.
right? Now, the trouble is, if I go out, so if I was downtown now, drinking in like at a bar, and a girl comes in, right, and all of a sudden she's got a short skirt, she bends in front of me, and she's showing her cleavage. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No, I definitely do get what you say, right? And I do genuinely get what you are trying to say. I just think I don't really know how to put it, right? My dress, right, is like a t-shirt dress, right? I think I get what you're saying, but I don't think that a girl should have to worry about what she wears, like, because technically, and I know this is going to sound really bad, but society shouldn't be like this. A girl shouldn't have to rake through her wardrobe and go, oh, I can't wear that because I'll get this attention, or I can't wear that because of this, or we should just be able to go out and wear what we want without having to worry about that. Yes, there has been times that I've been on a night out and I've questioned what I'm wearing and I'm like, oh my God, am I going to get the wrong attention tonight? And sometimes I have had boys come up to me and they're like, oh, I would like to do this to you. And they normally get a slap across the face. And I'm like, get away from me, you creep. But yes, I think society is the problem because it's allowing all of this stuff to be acceptable. Like, I know friends, right? Today was like 30 degrees, right? If I was going out in 30 degrees, I would have like a tank top on and a pair of high-waisted shorts, right? But my mum is very much, she lives by this rule that you either show your boobs or your legs, you don't show both, right? She's always one of those. So sometimes, like, I have friends where it's like 30 degrees outside and they won't, like, they'll wear stuff that's like long trousers and long sleeve t-shirts. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, well, if I wear shorts, then these people are gonna like look at me and they're gonna look at my bum. And I'm like, quite politely, screw him. Like, who cares? Like, they don't know you. Do you know what I mean? And if anyone takes it too far, then you tell them where to go. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a part of the toxic relationship. I would wear a dress, or I would wear shorts, or I would wear something revealing, not intentional, but because I like the style. And he'd be like, "You're not going out in that. You look like a slag. You need to cover up."
Let's go on to the questions. This is going to be very, very interesting.
Okay.
Right. Bring it on. I don't care. Hi, Steve. I can understand where you're coming from. My daughter was the same, but at the end of the day, um, your guest is 22. She can do what she wants. It's fine. Yeah.
Just to
Um,
say though, Steve isn't telling me that I can't do what I want. We're just having a discussion, just so people don't have a go. We're just
well,
having a
I'm telling you what
discussion.
you should do. I'm, I'm going to phone your mum up in a minute. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
Oh.
What else we got? Jennifer. Hi, Steve. Surely, if somebody is over 18 years of age, they can wear what they want and they can do what they want. Toxic relationships are really bad. I had two boyfriends. I had two boyfriends, but the trouble was I was seeing them at the same time.
Wow.
Um, oh well, I don't know your
I can't even deal with one, let alone two.
Oh no, I can't. I can't. It's bad enough having the wife. Um,
Oh.
yeah, it's weekly in a minute.
Oh.
Hi Steve. Would it be possible um, if you have Maggie back on? She's she's on now regularly. Yes, she's just well, I think it's like 2 weeks now, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm like an infection. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah. We all love her on here. We all love her on here. What do you say, Steve, if your daughter was the same age as Megan? Well, I did have a daughter. I have a daughter, but she's now 24, I think. And but I don't see my daughter because I've fallen out with her because of issues. And but I suppose, guys, look, I suppose, like I'm now what 51, and the trouble is, my day is gone. When you're younger, when you're younger and all that, yes, okay, if a beautiful young person wants to show um her figure off, why not?
I
Right?
think it's just generations are changing. Do you know what I mean? That's the main issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Generations are
I'm not
changing.
fashioned, right? And your
Mhm.
mum is probably the same. I don't know what your mum's like,
Mhm.
right? But does your mum ever kind of like tell you what to wear?
Not anymore. When I was 18, she did.
Mm.
See nowadays she's kind of more relaxed because I am quite responsible. So like even though I'm wearing a short dress, I have shorts underneath. Do you know what I mean? I don't really go out and show
Mm.
everything. And to be honest, I I don't show everything. Like when I say I'm revealing, I might show a little bit of thigh or, a
Mm.
little bit of cleavage, but I'm not showing the full thing because
Mm.
do you know what? Boys looking at you like a piece of meat, disgusting. Right?
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
disgusting.
totally,
And
totally.
it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So, my style is a little bit different than everybody else's. But yes, I have had my mum say to me sometimes that's a little bit short.
yeah,
Maybe wear some shorts or maybe just wear something else.
yeah.
But she's quite
Um,
relaxed now.
Hi, Steve. What can I? Well done, Megan. Give Steve hell. Oh, thanks. I, Megan, give Steve hell. Give Steve hell. Steve's used to it by now. He's always getting hell from his wife. Oh, thank you. Um,
Me and your wife are on it.
yeah. Oh, yeah. She's sticking up for you. Oh, yeah. It's women power.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, how are you? Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Steve. When are you? When is what? That doesn't make sense at all. Can you come back and let me know what the message is? Thank you. Would it be possible if I could have Megan's phone number, please? No, we don't give out phone. Um, um, does would Megan? Could you ask Megan to give me a ring? I always wanted a friend. My name is Zoe. I'm the same age as her. No, I do not give out nothing, addresses, no phone numbers or anything. Um, or Facebook. I'm not allowed to do it. If she comes mentions something now, that's fine with me, but I'm not allowed to do it. I'm not. It's just the law that tells
Yeah.
me not to. I've got to protect. I've got to protect people.
Yeah.
I don't give up nothing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right. Okay, guys. I've got to go because my wife and Megan's having to go at me. You know, they've been having to go at me for the past 20 minutes. And I've got to go because I've got a headache. And she probably Megan wants to go out and get the sun and everything.
I'm gonna go for a drive. I'm gonna go just have some fun and listen to my music. No boys before anyone thinks anything.
So what kind of music are you into then?
Pretty much anything except from screamo. It depends what mood I'm in. So, like, remember last week when we were saying if music helps with mental health? So it kind of depends. Like, I'm in quite a happy mood today, so it might be like summer music, a bit of like, don't know, club music, R&B, pop, just whatever floats the boat. Normally, I have a bit of a sing song in the car, so probably something like that.
So what kind of car you got?
Mazda.
So, cool. What? So you got to let the roof down, are you?
Oh no, it's not a convertible. I'm not. Do you know what? Right, I am literally the opposite of any normal girl. Right, my favorite color is blue. Not, I know I'm wearing pink, but it has got blue on it. My car is blue. Like literally, one of my friends texted me the other day and was like, "Seeing as I'm in your car quite a lot, can we get some like pink seat covers?" And I was like looking at her and I was like, "No, because if I wanted pink, my car would be pink." Like, it's a sport edition, right? And it was the first car that I bought myself, right? Obviously, I've been driving for 6 years in February. That makes me feel so old. Six.
Yeah.
I know. I'm 23 in 12 days. Woo!
Let us know. We'll give you a card.
Aw.
Right. Okay, guys. I've got to go because
Yep.
I've got to get off.
Yep. Well, it was
But
lovely
in the
speaking to you
meantime,
both again.
Take care. Speak
Yes.
to you later.
Bye.
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 There you go. Thank you very much. It's all done in jest when we talk on here. Nothing goes wrong. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye bye.